Let's take a look at Vulture. Ship is made by Core Dynamics and it was introduced in 1.2 with Fer-de-Lance. And both ships are pure fighting ships. The initial price is around 5 million. Vulture is small ship with maximum 56 tons cargo without shields, but you don't need cargo because this is a fighting ship. Jump range is around 16-17 light years. For combat variant, jump range will be around 16-17 light years and the price around 26 million. It has 4 utility mounts and 2 large hardpoints. Top speed, my combat variant had 243 meters per second and boost 381 meters per second. Let's talk about good stuff. First of all, it's small ship with large hardpoints, which is already impressive. The price, you will have to spend like 26 mil to get it combat ready, but still it fills the gap between Viper and Fer-de-Lance Python. Maximum jump range completely stripped would be around 22 light years, but you shouldn't use this ship for anything but combat, of course including combat missions. And because it is small and agile ship, you will not have any problems to keep yourself on target wherever you want, until the moment the enemy will start flying backwards. And unless it's ready to go down, you should probably turn around and fly away, because obviously if enemy has better shields, shield cell banks and firepower, you are at disadvantage now. And this ship is very highly used in PvP, same as second ship which came in 1.3, Fer-de-Lance. And Vulture is just fun to fly, with very good visibility from Cockpit, which is kinda important for a fighting ship. As a huge advantage also, I can say that Vulture has very impressive shields. Vulture shields are similar to Python and Lycan Type 9. Vulture has even better shields than Asp and Clipper. But let's start with bad stuff, and the worst is again power plant. You will have to make a lot of compromises, or you will have to fit weapons with very low power requirements, otherwise you just will not have enough power for best shield generator, best thrusters, shield cell banks and shield boosters. Basically, Vulture will always have much worse shields than Python, just because Python can power 4 shield boosters easily. On Vulture it really depends. If you want to use plasma or beam laser, forget about many shield boosters, maybe 1 shield booster or several rating C shield boosters and 1 shield cell bank enabled at a time. Well, if you play with priorities, you can get maximum out of this ship. And with such power limitations, you must learn how to use priorities right. Otherwise you'll be at disadvantage, even before the fight starts. The second worst part is the speed. It has only 243 my combat variant, while Fer-de-Lance had 295, and even Python has better speed in regular flight, 259. However, with boost 381 for Vulture, Fer-de-Lance is slightly faster with almost 400 and Python 338. If you can afford Python or Fer-de-Lance, there's little to no reason why you should use Vulture. Hardpoints are located above your ship, slightly behind Cockpit, and hardpoints are perfect for tracking anything in front of you and above your ship's nose, so gimbaled weapons can be used very effectively. Same goes for fixed weapons, especially considering how agile the ship is. As for loadouts, there are many different loadouts. I wouldn't advise you to use 2 power-hungry weapons, because then you will have to compromise a lot. Like 2 large beam lasers. Use 1. Or 2 plasma. You can use them and they work perfectly. But on such ships with low power output, I would suggest you use weapons with as little as possible power usage, like cannons, fragment cannons, or mix them with 1, like 1 plasma, 1 cannon, 1 beam laser, 1 fragment cannon, or whatever you prefer most. And don't ignore large pulse lasers, because they are pretty good and they do not require a lot of power. They are not best weapons, but they deal good amount of damage for their price. Vultures are most dangerous in a wing. So if you are looking for a fighting ship and you don't have enough money for big ships, or you just want to practice fight, then Vulture is perfect for this. It's a fighting ship, so cockpit is pretty tight. And for fighters, smaller the cockpit is, the better. Because it's supposedly to be harder to blow a hole in your cockpit. The visibility is very good, which is crucial for fighting. But nevertheless, it's a good looking cockpit. And on the right is second pilot's seat. So at some point you will be able to have a friend on board of your ship. And like I said, Vulture is very agile small craft, with large hardpoints which are very good against large ships like Anaconda, Python, and you can pretty much keep yourself wherever you want. Like I am trying to be always facing power plant. And large weapons do a lot of damage. You just need to find out the weapon for you. If you want to close and personal, use fragment cannons, plasma cannon. If you like to fight from a distance, then use beam laser or even pulse lasers, because large pulse lasers are not that bad. Just aim at power plant and you should be fine. And with gimbaled weapons it's easier to hit modules. And with strong enough shield that Vulture has, you don't even need to avoid that much enemy fire, but for practice purpose it's better to fly at enemy's side, so enemy can only use hardpoints below or above, depending where you are. Or you just can fly always behind the enemy. Whatever works best for you, because in smaller and more agile ship you will decide where to be. I like blowing up Imperial Clippers, they blow up so beautifully. Beautiful ship.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed. Target shields offline.
You can hit even smaller targets like Vipers or Cobras.
Under attack.
You just need to catch them sideways. But then you can keep on their tail as long as you wish. I mean NPCs, because players of course will not fly like this. Plasma does a lot of damage against small ships.